gorgeous friends. How are you all doing on this amazing new day that we have to celebrate life? I am doing great. As I'm writing out this episode, and while you're listening to this, I've been on vacation in Florida on the Gulf Coast. I've been here for a week, and today we're headed back home. But remember, I write my episodes in advance. So actually, I'm sitting home dreaming about how amazing our vacation is going to be. And I can't wait to tell you all about it in an upcoming episode. Get those journals out. It's time to add a few new affirmations to your list. Are you ready? Number 1, my happiness is my own responsibility. So true, my friends. So true. Number 2, gratitude opens doors in my life. Number 3, my confidence in myself grows more and more every day. And number 4, I can trust myself. This is a huge issue for a lot of people, not being able to fully trust themselves. I see this a lot with my clients. They don't trust others, which in turn comes down to that they don't trust themselves. We are all mirror images of what we see in others, and what bothers us about another person is what we attract to ourselves. So if you have trust issues with people in your life, you want to question yourself as to what it is that you don't trust within yourself. Is it that you tell yourself that you're going to do something and then you don't follow through? Is it that someone tells you something and you can't keep it between the two of you and you need to share it with other people? Maybe in your past, someone has done something that involved you that wasn't trustworthy. That doesn't mean that other people in your life moving forward will do that same thing, unless you believe that to be true and you automatically don't trust them. Remember, what you think, you create. You could say to me, Christine, I did not create them stealing money from me. But this is what I want you to really pay attention to. You can only attract people, circumstances, and events to you that are on the same frequency as you are on. If you are on a high frequency, you are not going to attract those type of circumstances into your life. If you put concentrated thought to it and you think about that from time to time, worried that it can happen, your energy will go down to a lower frequency, which then, yes, you will attract other people that are on that same frequency. Also, I want you to see this as well. If you believe someone, maybe an employee of yours, isn't honest, your mind will search for every reason why this person isn't trustworthy and will prove to you that your employee isn't being honest. And it doesn't have to be an employee. It could be a friend, it could be your child, it could be, a relative. But what happens is your mind will focus on everything that they do. And eventually, you will find something that they aren't being honest with. Like you may catch the person lying to you over why they were late to work one day. And then you will say, see, I knew it. I knew I couldn't trust them. They lied to me because that isn't actually why they were late to work. This is what happens. I'm totally serious. Our brain will fixate on whatever you tell it. So whatever you tell it, it looks for that. It searches for that. The more you think something to be true, the more your mind will prove you are right. We want to be careful with what we choose to believe is our truth, which is why we want to feed our minds with positive, loving thoughts about ourselves and about others, which then our minds will go to prove what we believe as our truth. And our mind will then look for all of those beautiful, loving, positive thoughts. Okay, my friends, it's time to come from a place of gratitude so we can spread the love and so we can feel this amazing emotion. So tell me, what are you grateful for today? Feel it, my friends. Feel the happiness and the joy that is coming from your lips as you speak the words you are thankful for. Today, I'm thankful for the kitty hotel and dog hotel that kept my fur babies when we were away traveling. The love that they gave to them while their mama wasn't able to be with them. I love the people that work there and take care of them. It makes me feel so good knowing they are being taken care of like they are at home. So thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone that played a part in my fur baby's vacation away from home. Let's get into part 2 of learning your way into feeling good every single day. I mean, who the hell wouldn't want to know how to feel good every day? Yes, I know it takes work because we are so used to feeling so many negative emotions throughout the day. Sitting in misery, sitting in worry, anger, envy, blame, overwhelm, anxiety, and even the worst emotion there is to feel fear. I am running in the other direction from all negative feelings. And if I have to work my ass off to learn how to be positive all the time so I can start attracting what I want into my life through deliberate creation, then sign my ass up. That was me 6 years ago. Today, I've done the work, and of course, I continue to. But it comes so much easier because I've retrained my mind. And so will all of you. Well, only if you want to. Okay, so last week we ended the episode with you having to write a list of everything that you want to dream big. And I'm sure for some of you, there were doubts that came up telling you to be realistic and that what you're wanting isn't ever going to happen. How the hell are you going to manifest all the things that you're writing down, right? I want you to ignore all of that noise in your head and write down the outcome that you want to have. Who the hell cares how crazy it may sound? When you look at the list that you created, each one of those things that you wrote will be a circumstance in your life. It will be a fact for you. So, yes, even though it will be your outcome as well, I don't want you to think of it as that right now. So, hear me out. I want you to visualize what you have written and then to practice feeling good as if you already have it. You right now are the person that has the $40 million that you're wanting. You are the person right at this moment who's in love with that person that you wrote about. You are the person who has made $500,000 in 1 year. You are the person right now getting onto that private jet and headed to Bali for a month. And then I want you to ask yourself, how will you be? Meaning, what will you be thinking and feeling? I want you to write all of this down and please take your time with this. When you wake up in the morning, how will you be? How would you feel? Don't go into what you would be doing. It's about what you would feel as already being there, being that person, having everything that you are wanting. Now, as you start to think about all of this, the thoughts that you would be having are going to appear in your mind. But I don't want you to add that to your thoughts on the thought line. I want you to think about how you would feel. Our emotions are so important when it comes to creating. The more we feel our emotions, the quicker our manifestations come to us. With this practice, you are imagining your future in your mind, but it's also a very real experience in your body. And the more you can make it real, as if you're already there, as if time doesn't exist, let's not go there. But let's pretend that time doesn't exist. And you are in your future, experiencing your future self ahead of time in your physical body. Who are you? What is it like to be there? How would you be talking to your friends? How would you be working? How would you be traveling? How would you be at night when you go out to dinner? Imagine it all and the feeling of already being there. See yourself there. So here's the best kept secret. If you start to spend as much time being in your future by imagining as you do living in your present, you will start to feel a shift and you will feel good. This, my friends, is practicing to feel good. This is what it means to feel good every day because you are literally rehearsing for your future life. When you practice something in your mind hundreds of times, it becomes so natural. It becomes automatic. And this, my friends, is what you're going to start doing. So I want you to go to your list that you've made with everything that you want, and you're going to start asking yourself, what would it be like to have each thing? And you have to practice having them in your mind. You have to imagine already having them. You have to dream about it. You will ask yourself, what will I be doing? How would I be acting differently than I'm acting now? What would I be feeling? And as you go throughout your day, you may notice that you're not feeling love. You're not relaxed. You don't feel secure or peaceful. You're not feeling connected. You're just not identifying with the already having it in your future. You're identifying with maybe the lack of your present. So when you're in that moment of lack, I want you to redirect your thoughts to literally being someone who is beyond all of that. And I want you to feel your future in that moment. The more you practice what I'm telling you, the better you're going to get at feeling good on purpose. It takes practice, my friends. We know this about everything in our lives. It just seems harder right now because our brains are so programmed with our negative thinking. As you start to feel good on purpose, you will then start taking action from that place, from a place of feeling good. Positive emotions generate positive energies that want to be used and consumed. But that's not going to happen when we come from a hustled, scared, frantic, and needy kind of energy. We need to be in a directed way with a peaceful, calm sense of certainty about our future because you already are experiencing it and your energy will then be different. Okay, so I want to do an example of your future with you. And the future that you want has absolutely no limits. I want you to think about your future and everything that you said you wanted. What is your relationship with your future like? Do you love it? Are you in love with the future that you're dreaming of? And you will know when you're in love with your future because it will feel exciting and you will be talking about it a lot. It will feel like love, exactly like when you first fall in love with someone, you can't stop thinking about them or talking about them and fantasizing about them. That is exactly what you want to start doing with your future. You want to dream about a future that you are going to love. I want you to pay attention to when your friends and family are talking. Notice how much they talk about their past. How much time do they talk about their present? And how much time do they talk about their future? Most people are living in their past and their present, not ever thinking about their future. Successful people spend a lot of time talking about their future, a lot of time talking about where they want to go and where they're going to go. Whether they're talking about when they will be traveling, all the places that they'll be going to, or that they are creating a business and have all these plans for it to grow, or that they're planning on getting together to meet friends. Most successful people talk about their future before it has even happened. They are speaking it into existence. And the energy from the future being, from the future self, being pulled into the present moment is creating so much positive emotion with the anticipation and the excitement creates a very, very high energy. My friends, I do want to point out that I'm not saying when you actually arrive in your future, when you make the $40 million, or when you travel the world, when you meet the significant other, that your life will be better than it is today. That's not what I'm saying at all. Your life will be better when you learn to control your thinking and you create more positive thoughts. What I'm teaching you today is how you can feel better every day, which is by spending time in your future self, feeling the excitement and the joy of already being there, and setting your intentions, your expectations. That is how we manifest, how we attract, and how we create. It's about creating and practicing positive emotions on purpose. Remember that our emotions are always created from our thinking. Whether that's right now in this exact moment in your today or in that moment from your past. And letting yourself experience these emotions by setting your expectations for your future, practicing them ahead of time is such an incredible feeling. You get to be in the space of already having, and that emotion and vibration alone creates such an amazing experience ahead of time. It does take practice, my friends, like anything else. Learning how to feel good every day takes time, but it's worth it in the end. So before I end today's episode, I want to mention one more thing. There's a huge difference between believing in something and feeling it, experiencing it and being it, and wanting to believe something. A lot of people will say, I believe in myself and I believe in this dream. But what you're really saying is that you want to have what you're talking about really badly, and that you believe that someday it can be yours. The way that you know if you truly believe in having what you want is how you feel and what you wind up doing when you're faced with failure. Because when you truly believe in something, it doesn't matter when you fail because you're so aligned with your future. You know that the future is just a tiny little stepping stone of that experience. And when you fail, you can go back to feeling good and the experience of having the end result that you know is going to be yours. And you keep going no matter what. You keep trying and you continue moving forward, letting nothing stand in your way. But when you focus on this current moment that you would call a failure and you start from past experiences, going through those emotions at the expense of your future emotions, that, my friends, is when you get into trouble. And that is when you go to your unconscious thinking and look for evidence against yourself of why you won't ever be able to have the things that you want. So here's my assignment for you all. I want you to consciously make an effort to practice feeling good, feeling your future, loving your future, creating your future in your mind, and experiencing it ahead of time so you can consciously be the co creator of your life and not keep reliving your past. You are not just living on this planet and experiencing circumstances that are happening to you. You are always creating every single one of your experiences from your mind. You are either creating it from your past or you are creating it unconsciously. Either way, you aren't in control. So, if you want to create your future, if you want to create your life, you must become a conscious thinker. You must wake up and decide to make decisions about what it is you want in your life. And we can do that by practicing the vibration of goodness, of alignment, of abundance, of awareness. By doing the work and by giving time to the future that you want to create. The more time you spend there, the easier it will be to create. Thank you all for listening to the Manifesting Formula, and thank you for spreading the word. If you want to go deeper in learning how to really practice all the steps that I spoke about in these last 2 episodes, I would love to work with you one-on-one, or you can sign up for my 6-month course online that will help you to transform into the person you have always dreamed of being, full of love for yourself and those around you. Have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world, sending you all so much love, peace, and abundance. And if no one has told you today, I love you. See you next week. Bye. My friends, have you signed up for the new course that I just released? 5 Steps to Attracting Whatever You Want? If you haven't already, you should. There is so much amazing content and the value of this course is incredible. Once you sign up, you can take the course at your own pace. And there's no time limit to how long the course is yours. It's yours forever. So that means you can go back to it as often as you feel as a refresher to keep reminding yourself what you need to practice. There are 6 modules with 42 lessons. There's a lot of amazing content for you, videos, worksheets, and fun assignments. So my friends, if you haven't signed up, do it. You'll be so happy you did. Just go to www.thelifecoach.academy and click on the course to start today. If you are interested in signing up for our coach certification course, you can access that course there as well. Our coach certification course is hands down one of the best certification courses out there. Just head on over to our website at www.thelifecoach.academy. What you are going to learn is going to blow your mind.